Hi, I'm Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net. And I recently had a query from a client that's a very good question because I've heard it several times. What do you do when you get that text message out of the blue from your ex? Do you respond or don't you? Depends on the kind of text message. And the most confusing of all to diagnose is what I call the spam text message. So suddenly and unexpectedly, you get a text, but it doesn't give you any content. It doesn't ask a direct question. It doesn't allude to their mental or emotional frame of mind because it doesn't say, I miss you. I was thinking about that place where we first met. It's generic. It's the equivalent of, it's hot out, it's cold out. The market's up, the market's down. It's a statement that may not even pertain to anything that had anything to do with your relationship. So how do you know if this is valid? How do you know if this is an attempt for re-engagement, that they've possibly been reevaluating their position or that they're rethinking the breakup? And how do you know if it's just spam or what I call the equivalent of the neighborhood kid ringing your doorbell and running away? The way to diagnose what it is to go back to your best understanding of who that person was when you were involved. How they participated will tell you everything about what that message meant. For example, if your former partner was hot and cold, in and out, yes and no, and confused, don't answer it. They haven't changed. I know, you want to think, time has passed. Now they see my validity. They've awakened to the reality that we're soulmates, and now they see what they missed in the relationship. No, it doesn't happen like that. 0.1% of the population may have had a time lapse where they have a complete mental, emotional, spiritual reconfiguration, like they got sober, or everything imploded in their life and they've had a totally different take on what was going on. But for the majority of times, if they were confused before, they're still confused now. And even with a time lapse of an ex reaching out, it doesn't guarantee they won't be confused this time. So on those text messages, I would pass. But there's a secondary case, again contingent upon what you know of your former partner, if they were solid, if they were connected, if they were truly present, and there was some external situation that was pressing against the relationship. That nebulous kind of a vague message could indeed be a test. It could be a test to see if they can crack the door open to some form of ongoing communication. And perhaps, but not guaranteed, but perhaps they want to tell you that they have reevaluated their choice or that they'd like to try again. You won't know until you get involved with them. I hope that answers what to do when you get the blast from the past and an ex in a text message that was completely unanticipated. Thanks a lot, Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net. And if you prefer to listen to this information, check out my iTunes page at The Susan Winter Show. Thank you.